Hey, it's me again. So today I'm going to talk about dermatomes. Dermatomes are basically areas of skin which all refers back to one nerve, which refers back to the spinal cord, which refers back to the brain and relays information. After all, not all the skin all has one nerve for all the skin. Neither does every cell of the skin have a separate nerve for itself or will be a nerve. Yeah, so basically, let's say it isn't, but let's just say this is a dermatome. That means there's one nerve over here. All the skin reports back to this. Sir, there's something. Is that the best you can give? Yes, sir, because the recipient cell died from extreme heat, as it was telling me. That's something. It means there's a fire. But sir, there's something. The other guy, really? What happened? The recipient guy died from heat, and then everyone's saying died from heat, and he's like, I had better go tell the spinal cord. Vice President Spinal Cord, what is it? Everyone in my place is dying from heat, and there's something. That doesn't sound something. That doesn't sound important. Something. Oh, well, I'll relay. Trust me, it's VIP. And then he relays to this brain, and the brain says, everyone's dying from heat. And then visual contact, F-22 Raptor. Look at that area. And they're like, oh, we got emergency things. There's a fire and we're all dead. That was quite an animation of a dermatome. Now, let me tell you about referred pain. Referred pain is when there's one area, one dermatome, but there's an organ deep inside that has the problem, or something inside that has the problem, but you're more used to feeling it from the outside. So it's basically like, let me think. Let's say your heart is hurting, but you think it's your shoulder. So you're like, I had some shoulder pain. The doctor's like, shoulder pain? Does it get worse when you lie down? Yeah, how do you know? Your heart is dead. Okay. No, not your heart. The heart's not dead. I just made it up. But that can happen sometimes. So basically, it's kind of like, now me loving planes, I'll give a plane example, so brace. So let's say there's this pilot, there's an alarm going off, whoop, 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 and he checks, and there's a landing gear failure. He's like, that's bad, but not that bad. He silences it, tells the air traffic control. 2 minutes later, the same alarm. It's the same thing. 3, 4, the 5th time, he checks it again, it's the same thing. The 6th time, the exact same alarm goes off, and he just says, hey, the landing gear alarm's off again. But actually, this time it was the hydraulic system that's dead, and you can't control the plane this much, and your autopilot's dead. You should have checked. You're used to hearing the same alarm from the same system, because it's the same system, just saying. You're used to hearing this alarm, and when you hear this alarm, you're thinking landing gear failure, because it's happened quite a lot of times. Even though this time, when this alarm happens, it's actually a different failure, a much more critical failure, like your heart. Well, that's it for this video. See you next time.